this is what we have come here for. So this is the coal power plant that's in the new map. Hopefully it should help us. I'm not expecting a huge gain from this, but from what I have heard, it is a lot better than struggling on the old map. So it's going to be used to our advantage. Anything that we sell here is better than if we sell it out of storage. So that is what we're going to be utilizing. I've had a quick look around the map, and what I think I'm going to be doing is attacking this little vein here on the side of this cliff first. Going to see what we can do with this. Dig this out, get us into some sort of ore straight away. No messing. Should be fun. So obviously with a new game we get to buy all the new stuff again, and of course we are going to be limited by what we can actually get now. One, we've got a bank and the bank is going to start asking us for a repayment. And two, in the store we are going to be capped by our level, which isn't so bad. So what I am feeling is we're going to add a load of conveyors straight away. My feeling is if I want to hit this, or if possible I want to kind of push this off and down the hill. Now the big problem is I don't actually know how this is going to line up over there. Or even if it's going to line up over there. So it could get a little bit wild. We might be able to get away with that. So, fingers crossed we can make this fit. Not so bad. And then if we come up, we're going to have to turn a right. So we're going to need more money. This is even before we've actually bought any vehicles as well. So we've got to be real careful here. I need a straight and I need a right. But I've got to be careful. So we're going to come here. We get this in here. We might get away with that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So now, I'm feeling a front-end loader. A front-end loader would be a smart choice in my opinion. We'll go front-end loader first, just because it enables us to kind of push anything into this. And I also need a few more roof pieces. We need to get a loader. We got to start small because of the way that the funds are. Now this means that we can just begin push any old stuff in here. Now, the reason why I've done this is simply because I want the dirt to fill in the gap. And any ore that we pick up, we'll be able to move into the conveyor. So what we can do is casually try and smooth this out, because I think that'd be what I'd like to get next. It's maybe a dozer. So that we can just dig the side of this out. Go down that hill, down that way, because I notice there's a lot of ore down there. So it makes a sense to me try and head for the ore so we can, one, get this loan worked off, and two, ore should equal T. Should. We've got to get to it first. I'm not doing a very good job of it right now. But dirt still sells, so you do still get something for it, and you get XP for digging, so it's not the end of the world. This is what we're really here for. If you've watched any of my playthroughs so far, you'll know I'm not a fan of owing the bank. So as we get the money, I am going to be paying off the debt as soon as I can. I do not like having that hanging over us, especially on this one now that we have to actually pay interest. That's never fun. What I do like about this, though, is it's going to force me to use what I buy, so I can't just keep chopping and changing all the time. It's not very good financially to do that, so it's going to force me to make a decision to stick to it, which is going to be good. Playthroughs have been quite janky, really. Buying one thing, selling it, buying another thing, selling it, buying the next again. Going around in circles, so this should be good for us. There we go. Getting that money in now that that coal, I think it is getting sorted. Excellent. Also, luckily, you just happen to have this one more conveyor piece. Used to expand the line a little bit. So we spent about 450 grand of the million, I think, that we can get, which is basically why I like to pay it back when I can. Because should we need another piece of equipment, we're going to need the money to get it. When we get to 20 grand, I'll pay it back, or maybe just over, so that we've got enough for the loan interest to take out, rather than just being really stuck. Hey, there's 20 grand and there's level 2. Not too bad at all. Going to make a quick payment back to the bank. Our interest payment is $420 a minute. So the better way that we can bring that down, obviously the cheaper it's going to be for us, the better it will be for us. We seem to be making okay money at the minute. Like it's going up reasonably well, considering that most of this is just dirt. Not even pay dirt, it's just dirt. So that little bit of, well, I imagine it to be coal, but that's helping us out a lot right now, keeping us way in. I'm aware I think there's some lithium over the other side, or maybe even in that load of benches up there, but you know me, always got to be tricky. So in the ideal world, I want to get a road going down here somehow. I know that there's a lot of ore down here, so I don't really know how we're going to get down without going through the ore. Got a bit of an ore patch just in front of us where we are, look. So we've got all this here, this is ore. And there's bits that seem to be maybe under here. And then if we go down the hill, there's a big bit there, look. Big bit there, big bit there. Little bits here. I'm sure I saw a big bit this way. There's a big line up in front of us just here. That's why I wanted to work this side of the hill. So a big chunk here as well. Because it's very ore rich very soon. At least that's what it looks to me. Just got to patient, nibble our way at it and get to it really. Ooh, we're low on fuel. That's not good. That's not good at all. So a fuel tank is going to be needed for sure. I don't actually know the price of those. That's going to be what we're going to be working to next, without a doubt. Never mind the loan at the minute. Fuel is going to be far more important. Because without the fuel, we're not going to be able to dig anyway, and if we can't dig, then we're definitely not going to get rid of the loan. Let's have a look. It's only 5. It's only 5. That's okay. That is okay. We can live with that. Now, where do we want to put it so it's not too in the way is the next problem. We might have trucks and all sorts of stuff running around here. But now, we can always demolish it, can't we? For now, I'm just going to put it here. Stick it out of the way. Stick another 10 G's back in the bank. Beautiful. Bringing down that loan that we've got. That debt even. One bit at a time. So we were just taking a time lapse from the other side of the hill. I've just stopped that just now, actually. It's just dropped in for a save and it's basically locked the game up. So I don't really want to risk doing time lapses that are too big using the time lapse camera, just in case we end up forking the game and losing all of the progress that we're doing. So it's going to look a little bit out of sync, but we are making some progress through this hill. It's earned us a nice bit of money already, basically for what it was, and it wasn't exactly a huge amount of anything, really. Just a little bit of coal kicking through. And it's got us... Well, we've already paid back 20, and we're nearly up another 30. We're doing good. A lot of coal to be had here. I'm hoping there's also coal just in front as well. Seems to be a bit of a darker patch, so we'll just keep on digging through. Every little helps. Hey, here we go, level 3. Doing good, doing good. Couple more shovelfuls, and then we'll scoop off to the bank. Stick in some more money. Just get that loan down, get it all paid off. And then every bit of money that we make is ours. We can work out what we're doing with it then. We will owe nobody nothing. Nice. I haven't actually worked out how I'm going to make my way down this hill yet. I'm not going to lie to you. As we dig more towards that way, it starts to shallow out the angle. This is quite steep near this side, but going that way, it's a lot smoother on the way down. But that's where a lot of the ore is as well, so it's gonna be a tricky one to try and work out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't really put much thought into it. Just saw a lot of ore and was like, yep, this is the way to go. It won't be long, hopefully, before we unlock sorter so that we could start splitting off the dirt from everything. Obviously the dirt sells, albeit for small amounts, but it still sells. So if we start splitting it off, that's obviously not going into our pocket, but it's going to then go potentially down the hill to make a road, which would be okay. But after my last experience with building roads and filling holes in, it's going to take an awful lot of dirt, which in the end we might be better off just selling, just so that we can get a dozer. And then once we've got a dozer, we'll be able to start shoveling stuff around a bit easier, moving dirt where we want it to be, and then maybe packing out a road that way instead. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll think of something. Gonna let things sit and settle for a minute. Seem to be dropping some frames. I don't really know where or why. I'm just going to let the processes run itself through. Actually, I'm going to have a look at that. That looks like it's building up. Oh no. Ooh, maybe. Maybe indeed. Oopsie. It's not quite reaching. Ah. Oh, that's a shame. Look at all that. Oh no. Okay, so I thought it would actually come through with a bit more force than what it has done. That's causes a little bit of a problem. That's where we're dropping a few frames then. That makes a little bit of sense. Okay. Have to see what I can do to sort this. We'll have to have a look to see if we can sort of tweak the conveyors a bit, if we have to come out a little bit more. So move it all back one maybe, from where the corner is. That is super less than ideal. I'll get the middle one out. I wanted to get the middle one out. Don't mind if it all falls backwards. I don't want to lose too much with it all falling off the sides. That's the only thing. Having said that, this side's alright to take away. So what we're going to do is take this away. Hopefully it's not dropping anymore. Doesn't look like it is. Cool. So we'll move all of this stuff back one. So the corner goes on here. Hopefully if we turn the corner now, we can use the two straight pieces and it will land more over the top of the hopper itself. It's not a massive amount that we're lost out on. Well, saying that, I don't know actually. Might be. But it was a good source of our issues. A few little wayward bits going off the side. It is what it is. There's probably been a lot more that we haven't noticed, so we'll be okay with that because, well, we did see it in the end. Hopefully it wasn't too late. And most of it actually went into the hopper itself, so. So let's see, if we 90 here, we are going to miss. And then if we come one more out, 90, going to miss again, right? Substantially. Ooh, yeah, substantially. So we might need to buy one more because it looked that if this was 90'd here, put that straight there. If I put another 90 in there, I think I've got it, you know. If I get a left, this should bring it on top of that. I'm happy. I think that's there. I think that is there. If I was to put it straight on, where does it end up? Miles away. Cool. I think that should be that. I think that's there now. I'm going to find out, and that's just to throw some dirt down, see what happens. It might just fall short. I might need to get a little bit of a roof piece underneath it, but it looks like it should be okay. Hopefully that'll help a little bit more with the frames, as we won't get a build-up. So we're going to go for a big scoop, throw it in, turn around and hope to see how it loads up. That's that going in. So if we take a look over here, give it time to process through. Hopefully it'll be alright. As it drops through, it should miss. Yes, well in. Well in. Hope. Yeah, seems good. Awesome. It's exactly where we wanted it to be. So we have made a start, folks. We have made a start on Season 3. The one with the power plant. Fingers crossed. We can work our way through this. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope to see you again next time. You take it easy. Bye for now. Everybody.